If you've ever been stuck in a parking lot on a road trip or halfway through a day at Disney with a screaming, hungry baby, you already know why portable bottle warmers exist. The promise is simple: warm milk anywhere without needing a microwave, hot water, or a full kitchen setup. But not all portable bottle warmers solve the problem the same way. Hey everyone, That Name Mac here. Welcome back to my channel where I do hands-on research and provide honest reviews on some of the best parenting products and gear on the market to help simplify your busy parenting life. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to click that bell icon to turn on notifications so you never miss a review. Today, we are comparing 3 of the most popular portable bottle warmers on the market: the Grownsy, the Momcozy, and the Papablic. We're going to look at the heating performance, battery life, portability, ease of cleaning, and overall usability so you can decide which one makes the most sense for your family. Let's jump in. Let's start with what all 3 of these products are trying to accomplish. All 3 of these are rechargeable portable bottle warmers designed to heat breast milk or water while you're away from home. Unlike traditional countertop bottle warmers, these are battery powered and intended for travel, errands, flights, road trips, and those moments when feeding time doesn't line up with your schedule. On paper, they sound very similar, but in practice, they take slightly different approaches. The biggest difference is that the Grownsy focuses heavily on simplifying the feeding process, while the Momcozy and Papablic tend to focus more on the warming function itself. Each one comes with a similar package: the primary bottle warmer, a charging cable or 2, and quick start manuals. The Grownsy comes with some key additional pieces though that I'll get into later in this video. As you can see, all of these are very similar in shape and close in size. However, they have slightly different profiles and varying mouth sizes. The Momcozy has the smallest of the 3, and the Papablic has the largest. The larger mouths are generally easier to clean, but can present challenges if you're trying to use these when in motion on the road. Now let's talk about the thing that matters most: how well do they actually warm milk? I ran a full side-by-side test of all 3 of these to see how they stacked up against each other with respect to warming speed, temperature accuracy, and battery performance. And to be honest, I was pretty surprised with the results. I ran the test using 8 ounces of tap water at a time directly from my fridge. When it comes to capacity, the Momcozy certainly has the largest, the Grownsy is second, and the Papablic takes third, but let's see how they actually perform. Take a look. As you'll see, the Papablic took the slightest of edges in warming speed, but the Grownsy was right behind. The Momcozy surprisingly took the longest of the 3. I checked the temperatures as quickly as I could after each warmer finished its cycle, and the Grownsy was pretty close on its first warm, but I noticed the accuracy fell off a little bit during subsequent warms. It was still close and actually slightly under temperature, which is better than overheating in my opinion. The Papablic was on the warmer side, coming in a few degrees higher than the 122 degrees Fahrenheit setting, but accuracy was there across multiple warmings. When the Momcozy finally finished its cycle, the temperature was nearly spot on. Now I continued to refill these with another 8 ounces of water as soon as they were done to get a gauge on how well the batteries performed. The Grownsy and Papablic maintained their speed with the additional warms, but the Papablic tapped out after its 4th cycle, whereas the Grownsy was still showing about 60 to 70% battery life. The Momcozy trailed behind and was able to warm multiple cycles, but was pretty much out of juice after the 3rd one. I did also run a separate test with some milk to see if there are any differences, but the results were generally the same. When it comes to portability, the Momcozy does feel the heaviest of the 3, and it is the tallest. The Papablic fits okay into cup holders, but the wider mouth and larger upper body can make it tricky to get into water bottle holders, and it can feel a little bulky. Grownsy, on the other hand, takes a slightly different approach. It's generally more compact and easier to toss into a diaper bag. While it doesn't have the largest capacity, it feels like it was designed specifically around convenience and portability. For me personally, portability isn't just about battery life. It's about whether I actually want to carry the thing around. And this is one area where I think the Grownsy earned some points. This may be the most important category that nobody talks about, because when your baby is hungry, every extra step feels like 10 extra steps. One of the selling points of the Grownsy system is that it attempts to reduce the number of transitions between warming and feeding. The company positions it as more of a warm and feed solution rather than simply a heating device. Momcozy and Papablic are primarily focused on heating milk or water effectively, but depending on your setup, you may still have additional handling or transfer steps involved. Now, whether that matters to you depends on your feeding routine, and some parents may not care at all. Others, like myself, will absolutely appreciate having fewer things to juggle when they're feeding a hungry newborn in a crowded airport. Now, every baby product looks great until it is time to clean it. Momcozy's design works well, but users often mention that it needs to be cleaned promptly after use, especially if milk is involved. Papablic generally receives positive feedback for its stainless steel warming chamber and straightforward design. Grownsy highlights a detachable wide mouth design that makes cleaning a little easier and also emphasizes leak-resistant construction. As any parent knows, easier cleaning is one of those features you don't really appreciate until you've washed the same item for the 100th time. And in this sense, the Grownsy really takes the cake here. So after comparing all three of these, here's how I see it. If your top priority is heating performance and temperature precision, the Papablic is a strong option. If you want a larger capacity warmer with a more traditional profile from a bigger brand name, Momcozy is worth serious consideration. But if you are looking for the most balanced overall package, good heating performance, compact portability, easier cleaning, and a feeding process that feels a little more streamlined, I really do think that the Grownsy has a slight edge here. Not because it dominates every category, because it doesn't, but because it avoids major weaknesses and focuses on making the entire feeding experience simpler. At the end of the day, all three of these warmers are capable products. The best choice depends on your priorities. If you've used any of them, let me know your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear what worked, what didn't, and what you'd recommend to other parents. If you found this comparison helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you enjoy learning about all of the latest parenting gear and tech, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks for watching.